Salut tout le monde et bienvenue au PodcAls. Mon nom est Joey Alfieri et aujourd'hui, on a une émission extrêmement chargée. Évidemment, on a le match de demain. On enregistre ça, c'est jeudi après-midi. Et on a le match vendredi soir contre les Elks d'Edmonton. Deuxième affrontement entre ces deux équipes-là. Donc, encore une fois, gros match pour les Alouettes. On va essayer de rebondir après une défaite difficile, on va dire ça de même, contre les Rough Riders à domicile la semaine passée. Mais émission chargée, comme j'ai mentionné, deux invités sur place. On a Tyrell Richards, le secondeur canadien, qui va joindre à nous dans quelques minutes, et le directeur général adjoint P.-Yves Lavergne, qui revient de camp de la NFL. Il va nous parler un peu du trajet qu'il a pris et de ce qu'il fait quand il est sur la route au camp d'entraînement de la NFL. Donc, tout ça arrive à grands pas dans les prochaines minutes. Bon, pour ce qui est du match, évidemment, c'est un match hommage expo. Vous avez sûrement vu mon chandail baseball et ma casquette baseball. Vous pouvez acheter ça au stade. On a les détails dans quelques minutes. Je vais vous dire où acheter ça, mais c'est en rentrant. L'entrée principale, c'est pas dans les boutiques. Il va y avoir une genre de tente pour le merch baseball à l'entrée du stade par avenue du Parc. C'est du beau, belle marchandise, comme d'habitude. Tu as le logo des Alouettes ici. J'aime bien le logo de la LCF aussi ici sur le bras. Donc, procurez-vous votre chandail et votre casquette comme moi. J'ai des privilèges en tant que employé ici et celui qui gère, mais en fait c'est Sam qui gère le podcast derrière la caméra. Moi je suis juste une belle face, donc j'ai des privilèges et même là je suis pas sûr. Sam, j'ai-tu une belle face?
Toi puis la mascotte c'est au même niveau.
Moi puis la mascotte c'est au même niveau, c'est gentil hein, mes collègues. Bon, évidemment si on regarde sur le terrain, on va parler de l'affrontement entre ces deux équipes-là. Les Alouettes ont une fiche de 5-3. Les Elks, c'est ceux qui jouent mieux. Si je ne me trompe pas, sont rendus à 1-6. Mais on regarde l'affrontement. C'est un peu plus spécial que l'affrontement à Edmonton un peu plus tôt cette saison, quand on était là au mois de juin. Simplement parce que Cody Fajardo est rendu le quart partant des Elks cette saison. Ça a pris une couple de semaines, mais Cody Fajardo fera son retour à Montréal en tant que partant. Keon Julian Grant aussi. Il y a quelques autres joueurs, dont Bryce Cosby, qui fait partie de la formation des Elks, qui était ici. Mais ça va être vraiment le fun de voir Cody, Keon et le reste de la gang. Mais c'est sûr qu'on veut les battre. On veut... je veux pas que évidemment, on veut pas que les joueurs se blessent, mais s'ils encaissent coupe de coups dur, ça serait pas une mauvaise chose du côté des Alouettes. Évidemment, beaucoup de blessures côté de Montréal. On a signé 4 joueurs cette fin de semaine, la fin de semaine passée après le match contre les Rough Riders. 2 de ces joueurs-là vont jouer, dont Ciante Evans comme partant au poste de demi-quaid du côté large du terrain et Don Callis sera son backup. Oui, Don Callis. Je ne sais pas si vous avez vu passer cette nouvelle-là dans les nouvelles, mais Don Callis revient aux Alouettes. So, we'll just go in English a little bit because we mentioned it. This is the PodcAls with Joey Alfieri. The Alouettes have a big one coming up. You can pick up your tickets for Friday night's game, goalsgo.com, against the Edmonton Elks. And there's a lot of changes to the lineup that we're going through right now in French. But we've got an action-packed show. We will be talking to Tyrell Richards in English in just a couple of minutes. And we'll also be talking to Assistant General Manager P.-Yves Lavergne, who will join us to talk about, he just got back from NFL camps, was gone for about 10 days. I think he did 14 camps, he had told me. And so we'll get into that discussion with him. What's that like? We'll do that in just a couple of minutes, but we'll just jump back to French with the lineup notes. Bon, évidemment, les changements à la formation. On a parlé de Ciante Evans. On a Deontay Ruffin qui est blessé. On a Marc-Antoine Dequoy qui s'est blessé sur la première séquence en défensive la semaine passée. On a KD Davis qui s'est blessé. Justin Lawrence qui s'est blessé. Et Tyjon Lindsay, qui a été le retourneur la semaine passée, il retourne sur l'équipe d'entraînement sur le practice roster. Donc, ça fait 5 changements. Les joueurs qui vont être de retour, Najee Murray, il était temps, parce que Najee, c'est une grosse partie de la défensive. Ciante Evans, on l'a mentionné, Don Callis va être son backup. On a Philippe Lemieux-Cardinal, qui a aussi été signé, je pense, il y a 2 semaines, Phil a été signé, donc il va faire ses débuts en 2025 avec les Alouettes. L'an passé, il avait joué son premier match au mois de septembre à Calgary. Et il y a Joshua Archibald qui revient après une autre courte blessure, sa deuxième blessure de la saison. Donc, on a quand même des joueurs qui reviennent, mais évidemment, Tyson Philpott est out, de quoi on l'a mentionné. Kebion Ento va rater un deuxième match de suite. Austin Mack ne sera pas de retour de la formation non plus. James Letcher non plus. Ça veut dire que les retourneurs pour ce match-là vont être Travis Tice et Tyler Snead. Les deux ont quand même fait du bon boulot. Pas beaucoup de répétitions pendant les matchs, mais en pratique, les deux ont quand même bien performé. Et on l'a vu à Calgary, Tyler Snead a vraiment fait une bonne job sur les retours sur bottée de dégagement. Donc, on va avoir plus d'analyse, plus de conversation sur le match qui s'en vient et sur tout ce qui se passe dans l'entourage des Alouettes ces temps-ci avec Tyrell Richards qui s'en vient. Il va rentrer à côté de moi ici très bientôt. On va prendre une courte pause et on revient avec T-Rich.
Important is it for you guys at home now to bounce back with a big win after last week?
I think it's huge. I mean, each game is important, though. I mean, that's why we don't look too far ahead. We're very aware of where we are, and obviously this week, I'm glad it was a short week. I think all of us were. We just wanted to get back to playing, get back to practicing and working, and put the last game behind us. But obviously, each game's important. This one's as important as any.
How tough has it been this year for you? I mean, the last couple of years you did have injuries, but you probably didn't have this many to manage, especially on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, this was a tough week. I won't put it any other way. There was about 5 hours worth of personnel meetings throughout the week between Danny, myself, and the three coordinators on our team, and we're trying to figure out who can play for us health-wise, and trying to get guys in the building on a short week. I think that's what's lost in a lot of things in this league because of such small rosters, and you don't have a big practice roster. The rosters are challenging when you have injuries, but that's not an excuse for anything. That's just an opportunity and for us to grow and get better. So, a lot more time spent this week on personnel, but ultimately once we figured out who's going to play for us, it's full steam ahead. Get the practices under our belt, get these guys coached up as well as possible, and go out with the expectations we prepare to win. We don't prepare for any other scenario. So, you just stay where your feet are the whole entire week and play each play hard, compete on each play, and believe. And that's what we need to continue to do.
One thing we always take for granted is the exchange. The center quarterback has changed. You have a new center this week. I mean, obviously you're a former quarterback yourself. What are some of the challenges when you change center?
Well, the changing centers, the biggest thing is communication. The communication has to stay at a very high level. That's one of the things Justin's been very good at since he's been here, and he's started every game since he's been here. So obviously Cyril, being a veteran, understands that and understands it starts with his communication up front. Then secondly, the ball has to get to the quarterback on an exchange every single time. But again, that veteran presence at the center position should help that. So he's been there, done that, and that's the expectation. But those are the two biggest challenges. And then from there, it's physical. You got to be able to physically do the job. And anybody that's played as much as Cyril has played, he's physically been able to do the job. So it's just about getting back in there. He also played a half of football for us last week. So it's not like he's going out taking his first reps of the year this week. He actually got a full week of practice under his belt. He's the one making all the calls. He's the one making all the adjustments. And, obviously that's a big plus. Being thrown in there, you haven't played all year, getting thrown on the roster, getting thrown into the middle of the game, that's tough. That's difficult. Yet he handled it like a pro, like he is. But now this week you should see even better play and obviously some comfortability back there. But excited for him and his opportunity.
Yeah, for the fans, for the people at home, can you explain, because when we watch football, we often hear the quarterback is setting the protection, but the center, is so key into that. Can you just
I mean, the center sets the protection. That's the bottom line. I mean, he's the one that gets taught all week, the looks that he's looking for. He's the one that communicates with the other four linemen, plus the running backs and any of our protectors that are coming in that aren't backs. He's the one making the signals, making the calls. The quarterback sees it and understands it, but he ain't making any calls. So that guy has to be a great communicator, and that's what we expect out of our centers. We have 2 ex-centers coaching them. So that the expectation is that communication is important and done right. And it's important because everybody has to be on the same page on offense. And it starts with that call every single play, whether you're protecting or whether you're in the run game, talking about who you're going to and which 5 guys we are blocking up front. you know, and that's important as anything. So communication in football, it's a big C word. You know, C word's on our logo for a reason. It's because it's important. And communication is the first thing in football.
Re-bienvenue au PodcAls. Mon nom est Joey Alfieri et notre invité cette semaine est le secondeur canadien Tyrell Richards. Rich, what's going on, man?
Not much. Just happy to be here.
All right.
How are you?
Are you really happy to be here?
Yeah.
Or you're just saying that?
No.
You're happy to be here?
Yeah.
Like 1 to 10, how happy are you to be here?
Like 8.
8?
9.
What could I have done to make this a 10? Could I have had some refreshments or maybe something?
Got me in here a little earlier.
Oh, my bad.
Could have been a little more comfy in front of the cameras.
Okay,
You know?
that's fair. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about football, but we're going to get all into it. We talk about everything in these interviews. So I noticed, or the team around me noticed, that you're a big drawer. You're a very artsy guy. You're a very cultured individual. You're a cultured athlete. So when did you pick up drawing? And I asked you to bring your pen and your notepad here, and I want you to draw something while we talk.
Okay.
So what are you going to draw?
I don't know. I'm not too good at portraits, so probably not,
Not
you. maybe the hat or something
the new
in the
baseball,
background.
the new Alouettes baseball hat.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. All right. So while we're talking, you'll just draw, and if you don't look at me, I won't take it badly. But when did you start? Like, when did you start doing this?
High school. I just kind of started drawing. It was a cool little outlet. I actually started coloring first, just pencil crayons and books, and then
Like between the lines and everything? Yeah.
Was not good. Could not stay between the lines, but
you got to do my trick, man. You colored like the border, like you color that, and then you do the color the inside.
see, but I try, and then my hand will get sore, and then
It's a football stuff.
I'm just like, I can't do it now. Yeah.
Okay, so you draw. I'm gonna let you draw, and we'll just talk, and we'll see if we can make this work. I didn't ask. The first 3 guests were Davis, and I didn't ask him to do that. Sankey definitely didn't do that, and Maltos, we just talked field goals. So you draw, you do what you have to do, and at the end we'll show what your drawing looks like. Okay. If we can start on the quote unquote more boring football questions, how do you personally get over what happened last week, Saskatchewan? Like, how do you move on from that?
I think the best way is through the film. You get in, you watch it, and see what you can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go out there and win my personal battle every single time I'm on the field. So losses hurt, but not in a sense where, like, I'm fighting.
Right.
It's like if I go out there and I whoop the guy across from me, then, win, lose, draw, I can come away with a little bit of pride, but and focus on what I got to do to get better.
Truth, and I told you this on the postgame show. Truthfully, there wasn't a ton of positive. I thought the way you played was pretty positive, and I check the special teams tackles, the leaderboard after every week, and T-Rich, you've climbed. You're tied number. It's a 3-way tied number 1. I know you know how many special teams tackles do you have?
13.
Do you know? Okay, you're tied with Gagne and someone else.
Patrice Rene,
that's right. Someone else, and you're taking off. So every game this year except 1, you had a special teams tackle.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice, like an 18 tackle season. That's a very nice special teams year, and you're flirting with that. You're above that, obviously, because you've had, I think the most you've had is 4, and then you had the Hamilton game was 0. So my next question is, what the heck were you doing in that Hamilton? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But the pride that you take on special teams, like, you're obviously a matchup nightmare.
Yeah.
Right. Like, where does that pride come from? And when you step out on the field, let's say on kickoff.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're lined up next to Geoff Cantin. You're the outside, right? Like, what's the first thing you're looking at? Like, are you looking at anything in particular?
You look at your guys to try and see, maybe who's blocking you, but I don't really care. Like, I know if you're going to try and block me, like, you have a couple problems to deal with, because I might hit you with a move, or I might just try and put my head down and run through you. So, honestly, the pride started in college. It was what I played. It was what I had to play to try and, like, earn my way onto the field. And I don't know, just ever since I was a kid, like, it's you versus them, Yeah. So it's like, who's going to be the better player today? And I pride myself on always being the best player in my matchup.
So there's nothing you can tell off because obviously you guys, I mean, they're not lined up and set. I mean, they're lined up, but they're not set. You guys are lined up. There's nothing you can tell before the ball is kicked off outside of who the matchup is going to be.
I mean, sometimes you can tell based off, guys like to stare, but
really
stare who they block before the play.
Have you seen like a fear in someone's eyes? Because like now this is year 4 for you. Like, have you seen like somebody like that knows beforehand that they're going to lose this matchup?
No, I think I'm getting a little more respect though out there. Before it was like guys constantly yapping, and trying to throw me off my game, and now it's just kind of like, hey man, like let's have a good one, like So
how's the family? Nice to see you. Trying to butter you up.
Yeah. So, and I feel like that just kind of comes with being in it for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the feeling like when you're running down there on kickoff in particular? Like you've got a long way to go, but you're running down there on kickoff, and it's like, then what are you looking at? Like you're just looking at the ball carrier and trying to see how his blocks are setting up, type of thing. I would imagine.
Yeah, there's a couple guys each week you can key in on once the ball's kicked. That'll usually bring you to or around the ball, and you just look to see those guys. Most of the time, my matchups are further down the field, like the big wedge guys. So, just run as fast as you can until you got to hit something.
Do you remember the first time you got smoked? Like, was there a welcome to the CFL moment, or did you have one where you're like, man, I flattened it? Maybe give me both if you have one. I'm trying to remember you getting crushed, and I don't
think I've gone crushed. Not yet. I've had some.
The most physical collision that you can remember you having.
I think Ottawa, my first or second year, they had a D tackle. They had a D tackle at like the field's fullback on kickoff return, and we ran down and we both sprinted right at each other. I just remember hitting him. And
what does that feel like?
Not good. Not good. But yeah, I just hit him, and I can't remember much that happened. I got up and jogged off the field, and I was just like, my head was spinning, and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was like, damn.
So how do you feel about like where pro football is going? Like in the NFL, like I know CFL obviously they've kept the kickoff, but the NFL now it's like, there's more inside. I think you're at the 35 now. You can get it if you get to if you kick it in the sweet spot. Like they've all but eliminated the kickoff as much as they possibly can. Like how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I think it's good. Kickoff is very exciting, but it does have a tendency to be dangerous. A lot of the times outside of kick returners and punt returners, not everyone's protected besides like blindside blocks now, which is just a good thing, and crackbacks and stuff like that. But when it comes to like head-on collisions and guys having to two-gap your way into a hole, because like early blocks you can avoid and go around because you have space, but once the returner starts coming up, like you just kind of got to hit people, and it can be a little dangerous and a little physical. But honestly, that's a part of the game I love, so I don't mind.
But it doesn't, like, there's some old school guys that are like, it turns them off that there's no kickoff anymore, and it's easy for us on the outside who sitting and watching that love it because we're not the ones getting smacked and punched in the mouth. But like, so you're good with the way that the NFL.
I don't love it or hate it. It's part of the game. The game's evolving, and that's just something that comes with it. So
I remember talking to you when you were coming out, and at the combine. It's funny. Sam, the cameraman, was here, and I were there the year that you went to the combine in 22. And I remember you telling me that you wanted to test with the DBs, you wanted to test with the you were willing to play some safety, you wanted to test with the linebackers and the defensive linemen. We've seen you play a little more defensive end this year than you had in years past, and you obviously get some reps at linebacker too. Like, how do you manage the whole thing? And are you doing 2 position meetings now? Like, are you with the did you always, or is it new, or do you do both?
I've been doing both for a while. Started my career at safety, and then went to a camp in the States, playing corner, playing DB. Ended up linebacker at Syracuse, and my first year they moved me to D end. So I feel like it's just part of the skill set. I am part of different meeting groups now, so that's been fun.
Biggest challenge with that?
I don't think there's it makes it more or less challenging.
Right.
It's just, you got to know your job. You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
And I think the biggest challenge, I guess, would be mindset, going from the mindset of like dropping to the mindset of like having to punch and be in the box, because like it's a completely different game in there. And
so, because I was trying to think of it from Travis Hunter, the rookie, the first round pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's doing 2 sets of meetings too, but that's on 2 different sides of the ball. Could you imagine what that must be like? Like that's not just a position meeting. I mean, that's like that's offensive meetings too and defensive meetings. Like how much respect you have for a guy like that who goes out there and has to maybe play both sides of the ball, wants to play both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the craziest amount of respect. Just having to know multiple positions on defense would be a lot, let alone having to go over on offense. 1 week, someone had left their playbook like in the morning, left an offensive like card in my locker, and I looked at it and I was like, it was gibberish. Yeah, like it was just, I was like, yo. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I have a major respect for what those guys do across the ball, because there might be. Sure, I might have a couple assignments, couple of this, 50, 60 plays. Those guys are dealing with hundreds, and it's crazy.
I asked Sankey a couple weeks ago when he came on the podcast. I said, if I gave you 10 carries in the game, how many yards would you get? Because he played running back a little bit in school and fullback. And he told me right now, if we give him 10 carries, he can get 50 to 60 yards, I think he said.
Okay.
You got to get it. I mean, you can rush better than Sankey, no?
Yeah.
If you had the ball in your hands?
Yeah. I think I told that rock. You get me on the outside. It's over. I know people coming from my knees.
To the house?
Oh yeah, I'm going 2 hurdles on the same play.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you, humble. Okay, I also asked him a follow-up. I said, if I got 10 carries, how many yards do you think I would get behind like the Alouettes offensive line, let's say?
Behind our O-line?
Yeah.
I say you get like 15.
Not a chance.
15,
he said 5, and I didn't think it was a chance. I didn't think it was a chance. I don't like contact, T-Rich.
Yeah, but you got our O-line in front of you.
I know.
So,
I know, but I might run backwards on a 1.
We get you in on sneak. We get you in on sneak. That's 2 yards every play.
I don't know how much fun that is. I respect the Caleb because he does it at a really high level. Yeah. Growing up, talk about your family a little bit. Yep. Growing up, your dad obviously played in the Canadian Football League. Do you have many memories of that? Like, were you around a lot? Like, did you have any recollection around being in the locker room? Like, I know the Philpots do, so I was just curious. You were a little bit younger, I guess?
My dad's last year was 98, which is the year you were born.
So you have no recollection of that?
No.
But when did you realize, like, you were really, like, when did you realize, like, hey, I'm not just good, like, I'm, like, pro good, like NCAA CFL Pro Ball good?
I don't know.
Could you tell?
Like later on in high school, I think when I was growing up, I thought I was going to be a soccer player. Like I thought for sure. I was like, yeah, somewhere in Europe I'm going. And
Traore, like I could see,
And then 11th grade, but that I was small. I was like 5'6" until 11th grade.
Really?
5'7" till 11th grade, and then hit a growth
just
spurt
one
to like
summer
6'1".
you just hit a growth spurt.
Yeah, it was actually a winter break, so I played the 11th grade season. Didn't play at all. I was on the bench.
5'6". I'm playing a 5'6".
And then that winter break was gone for like 2-3 weeks. Went from like
2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
You hit a growth spurt in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Usually people do that over a summer, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you
it's like a month.
Hold on a second.
Max.
You left.
Yeah.
Coach was like, yeah, all right. Thanks, D-Rich, 5'6". You came back. You were 6'1".
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah, like 6 foot 6'1", same height as my dad, and we only noticed because the whole winter break, all I did was sleep and eat, like nothing. And my dad took me down one day and he was asking me, he's like, "Are you feeling okay? Like mentally, like And we started having a conversation and like we're looking eye to eye. And he just started laughing. He's like a Nick. Starts calling my mom, all my sisters, and then he's like, "Yo, what happened?
Look how short his pants are. He's wearing capris now."
Yeah. And,
really? So you that's crazy.
Yeah, and then
like how much food were you putting away?
Probably like 3,000 calories. I would wake up, like eat breakfast, go to sleep, wake up, eat like another meal, go to sleep, wake up, eat a meal, go to sleep, wake up midnight, 1 a.m., eat a meal, and then the next day do it again.
The Costco bill must not have been fun.
Oh yeah, my parents
poor
know.
Richards family, goodness. Well, yeah, well, that's great. I mean, you hear of the growth spurts, like you like guys jump up, especially in basketball. Like guys will jump up like 7-8 inches.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good. You're still drawing.
Try.
But like that's over like 3 months, like 2 weeks. Is not like what was the coach's reaction when you got back? Hey, T-Ridge, want to play?
No, I mean it was
because that's noticeable. T-Ridge. You go 5'6" to 6'1". I mean that's no joke.
The biggest, I feel like it was most notable in just like the school. I remember walking down the hallway. And I remember hearing like someone all the way down the hallway be like, "Who's the new kid?" And then I got closer, and they're like, "Wait, that's Tyrell." And outside of that, it was like, I don't know. Football was football. Yeah. I kind of lost all my speed, which sucked because I was always like the fastest kid or one of the faster kids. Yeah, but I'm saying back then because I didn't have the muscles to keep up with it, so I got slow and kind of moved from corner to half into free safety, back to half, and then
So you went to Syracuse, you and Geoff Cantin. Before, I mean, you guys crossed there for a little bit. There's a couple guys that made it. You know, and if like were you there with Matthew Bergeron at the same time? Could you tell right away like that Bergeron was on another? I mean, he was a second-round pick in the NFL draft, which is no joke, obviously. Could you tell right away that he was going to be like that?
Maybe not right away. He came in, he was a little raw. We did have 2 all ACC defensive ends, so watching him in one-on-ones, because I was with the D ends and O-line, watching him go against some people sometimes, it was like, okay, he definitely has some stuff to learn, but he caught on extremely quickly. And I feel like that was the big thing is once, like the first week and a half, it was like, okay, whatever. And then after that, when he started learning everything and like getting into the meetings and all that, it was like, okay, this kid has it, you know? So it wasn't right away, but it was very quickly you knew that he was going to be something.
I'm not letting you out of this question. I want your best Geoff Cantin story that I never heard. I mean, you already swore on the podcast. You might as well tell a PG-rated story.
PG. That's the hard part.
If it's really too bad. Why? Because it's like it's 13 plus, or are they all G? I don't believe.
No, they're all 13 plus.
Yeah.
They're all 13 plus.
We'll
I remember
label on the podcast.
One of the funniest things was when he first got down there. His English wasn't the greatest. Like, he's from Quebec City, you know. It is what it is. He just didn't speak English, and his favorite saying was "shut your helling mouth." So if you like started saying something to him, he'd be like, "Shut your helling mouth." It was so funny. I remember one time we were in a meeting and Coach was getting on him, like in a joking way. It was all fun and games, whatever, and Coach said he's like Geoff something, and instead of saying "shut your helling mouth," Geoff turned, he's like, "Shut the fuck up."
You swore twice on the podcast.
It was so funny, and it was like the first time that Geoff like said something other than "shut your helling mouth," and at least in the meeting. Yeah. And it was.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, it was.
It's funny. Like, it's a pretty small world. Like, you know, you end up being drafted to Montreal, and then he ends up being drafted to Montreal a couple of years later, and then, you know, Matthew Bergeron obviously is from here. Like, you guys, you know, it's a funny little community football. Even if you bring the NFL into it, which is obviously massive, but it's funny how it all ended up working out. Yeah, like that you guys, that you have him here now with you.
Yeah. It's I feel like it's a pleasure. It was a pleasure at Syracuse, and it's a pleasure. I think so.
Okay,
I think so.
Speed round before I let you go. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna tell me if the correct answer is you or Geoff.
Okay.
Faster. Who's the fastest between you two?
Me. We both agree that.
He would agree too?
He would agree.
Best coverage linebacker?
Me, because I'm faster.
Okay. Best hands?
Me.
Better cook?
I'll give it to him.
You sure? You're just doing that to be nice, or?
No, I'll give it to him.
Better drawer?
Me.
You sure?
Yeah.
We're about to find out here. I'm just letting you know you're running out of time to draw this logo. I'm out of questions like 15 minutes ago. Better special teams player?
Special teams, me. Defense, I'll give it to him.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's nice of you. I think 4 years ago, I don't think you would have said that. You come a long way, T. Rich.
Yeah, but he just...
I'm just kidding, by the way. I hope you know.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
just messing around. I don't know how to ask you to justify that.
He's just...
Worst injury you ever played with?
I'm
just telling you,
broken arm.
I'm fighting through adversity right now. You see right here, this morning,
Yeah.
I got clipped.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, I'm doing this interview hurt.
Yeah.
You played with a broken arm?
I tried to, and then I played a couple plays with a broken arm. And
Here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, was that in 23?
Yeah.
The Grey Cup year?
Yeah. When I broke my arm.
Hamilton, against Hamilton? Could it be?
I think it was. I remember I had my arm out, and on special teams, I was holding a guy up, and someone ended up running through my arm.
Yeah.
And at first, I just thought I blew my elbow. I was like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll put a brace on." Like, I've played with that before at Syracuse. I played with both of them torn. So I was like, "It's fine." And then went out there, tried to punch and lift my arm, and couldn't do it. The returner came my way, and I tried to make a tackle. And, and then Coach B was like, "What? If you're hurt, get off." I was like, I thought I would be okay. And then went to the x-ray, and it was like, "Oh, it's not your ligament. It's your arm's broken."
It's really nice to, and I'm not a guy who believes in jinxes, so forgive me if you are. It's really, really nice to see you healthy. Because I'm sure, the first 3 years, I know you missed more games than you probably wanted to. I know you don't want to miss any. But so far, like, how good does it feel to just be out there every week and be, we talked about it before, but among the league leaders and special teams tackles, like, it's like, I think everybody knows the talent is undeniable, but when you put it all together, like, how good does that feel?
It feels really good. I feel like if I was healthy my first couple years, I could have done the same thing. Yeah. And just being able to prove it now that I am healthy is a hell of a feeling.
Final one for you. Obviously, it's a big game coming up Friday night here. We're recording on Thursday afternoon, so the game's tomorrow night. Edmonton have one of the more dynamic returners in the game, Javon Leake. I'm just curious, that matchup. You guys did a really good job on him. I thought they kind of used him weird, I thought, in the last game. They used him kind of like the off returner or whatever. Yeah. But I'm just curious, how much of a challenge is it going up against Javon Leake? Who's one of the speedier guys in the league. It's one of the really good returners in this league.
I feel like it's a challenge every time. He's been one of the better returners for a while, and I feel like the best way to do it is just try and get in front of him as quickly as possible. Yeah. So I just gotta take my job and do my job the best I can, and hopefully, I know the guys to the field will come in and help me out. So I just gotta get in front of him and make sure he can't punch it downhill right away. I think we'll be okay. Assuming that,
let's just go. The Alouettes kickoff team.
Yeah.
And the Alouettes kickoff return team line up. You're on the kickoff team, and I'm the returner.
Yeah.
What yard line do you think I'm getting to against you guys? Assuming I can catch the kickoff.
15.
15?
Jose gonna kick it to the 5. You'll probably get like 10 yards.
You think I get 10?
Yeah. You'll see me, Geoff, running down 1, 2.
I'm going the other way. You guys are usually on the same side. I'm going the other way. There's some nasty guys on the other side too. Yeah? Hardest hitter between you two?
I'll say me.
Yeah?
He's the better tackler, but I'm the better hitter.
Form?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Better looking?
That's a toss-up.
That's
a toss-up.
You think you guys are both equally as ugly? That's crazy.
That's my twin. That's
my twin. On the field, though, I can see it. You guys are so. I think he might be a little taller than you, but you guys have a similar. You guys are built kind of similarly.
Both 6'3", 6'4", 250.
Are you officially 6'3", 6'4"? Is that what it says?
I'm like 6'3" 3/4. On the website, it says 6'4".
Is it really? Yeah. We might have to modify that. I'm going to get it down to 6'3". D. Rich, thank you, man. It's been fun. I appreciate it. You want to show off what you got? Because I think it's pretty good. Are you okay showing this off?
Yeah.
I mean, you have no choice. You swore twice. The first 2 swear words in PodcAls history.
It was the angle.
That's not bad. And this baseball collection that I'm wearing, by the way, the jersey and this hat will be available. It's not at the team store, but it's going to have a separate entrance for the fans. When you walk into the stadium, you'll see it. There's going to be a different baseball kiosk. It is Expos tribute night, which you might have been a little bit too young. I think the Expos was a little before your time. They moved in 2004.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball at all?
No.
Never play baseball.
No, but I do like the Expos gear. I got a couple of hats and a couple shirts.
Shirts?
Yeah.
Do you have the jersey, like the powder blue?
I want to get one. The powder blue.
The powder blue
one's
pretty cool. Yeah. So you never? that surprises me that you never played baseball.
Soccer.
I feel like you would be good at baseball.
I'll be okay. As a catcher and a fielder, I'll be okay. But
you don't think you could? You don't think you could hit the ball?
Well, we used to have a kid in our neighborhood who was a pitcher.
Okay.
So we'd go out and play with him, and I don't like the fact that 60-mile-an-hour balls are flying at me. I'm cool.
You know, they get to like 105 now. And,
I know. Once you get older, but I'm
saying,
we were like 13, 14, and he's throwing heaters like that. And
he throw it up and in? That's not nice. T-Rich, all the best tomorrow, man. Thanks for doing this, and well done. Well done on the design. That was pretty good for the middle of an interview. That's very good. I couldn't.
Show it
Again? Yeah, sure. We can show it again. That's pretty good with the Als and everything. That's in the middle of an interview. He had to look up at me sometime. Very good, T-Rich. I give you a solid. That's an 8 out of 10 for me right there. And on special teams, you get a 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Hopefully this interview gets a 10 out of 10.
It does. Can I keep the hat?
Next question.
9 out of 10.
We're out of time. We'll be back with more analysis. On revient avec le podcast dans quelques minutes. Merci encore à Tyrell Richards.
Another week, another opponent. Edmonton seemed to be a different team than when you guys played them early in the season. How different are they, defensively, in your opinion?
Yeah, they're definitely better than their record says they are. They're a good defense. They're strong up front. They play a lot of coverages in the back end, and something we're just going to have to execute early on, be efficient on first down, execute on second down, and then when we get in the red zone, we got to score. That's something that's been hurting us all year. So definitely a good opponent that's playing differently than they were earlier in the year. So a dangerous team that has their backs against the wall and is going to go all out.
Yeah, in your opinion, about the red zone issues, is it a lack of execution simply? What is the reason?
It's just a bunch of little things put together. When you get in the red zone, you got to find those small windows and take a shot and execute. So I think it's a microcosm of a lot of things, but we keep chopping wood. We're going to keep working on it, and that's the fun part. When you put all that work together and then it starts paying off, then it pays off for the long run. So it's going to come together here soon, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
You're going to have a new center in Cyril Hogan-Saint-Don tomorrow night. How's that been going, having to practice, taking snaps for him, because everything, as starts with the exchange between the center and the quarterback.
For sure. It's a huge aspect of it, but he's done a great job. He's prepared his butt off all week. He seems ready to go. He seems confident. So we're confident in him and excited to, next man up. That's what this team's built for. That's what this team's all about, is that whoever's in there is going to hold the torch and keep going. So he's ready to rock.
How important is it for you guys to get a big win and bounce back this week and put last week behind you?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I got to perform better. The fans deserve better. My team deserves better. Starts with me and then trickles down through the offense and everywhere. So definitely want to bounce back after last week, show that we can. That's not us, and show who we are. Get in a rhythm, play good football, and be something fun to watch.
Is it extra special for you to host Edmonton coming in here?
It's really not. It's another game. There's a good team. It's an important week for us in our season here and now. So I am where my feet are, and I want to play well. That's what I'm focused on, and playing for 60 minutes and showing what I can do out there. So it's a great challenge, and I'm very focused and dialed in for this one here and now.
How much usually do you rely on the center, to help you or to set, the protection,
Yeah, he's got a big job. So it's it's no joke the things he has to go through is making calls, getting people lined up, understanding the cadence, hearing the cadence, all that type of stuff. So it's a huge responsibility for him. He seemed to handle it all week. He's comfortable, and we're excited for his opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, because we often hear all the quarterbacks setting the protection, but the center also have a huge role to play in that. In you guys' system. How much is that on the quarterback or on the center, or is it, you guys are helping each other, you're making the right call all that?
We're all helping each other, but it's huge on him for sure. You know, he's got to make a lot of line calls, and there's 2 different games going on, 4 different games going on, getting the receivers lined up, getting everybody in the right position. So there's a lot on his shoulders, but like I said, he's handled it very well, and we're excited for his opportunity.
The fact that you got reps against them, live fire reps this year, like how much does that affect your preparation and or make it easier for you? Is it tougher?
You're talking about Edmonton?
Yeah, Edmonton in general. Yeah,
Yeah, you know, they're kind of a different identity they were early in the year in some ways, so it is a new team, but it's always good to know kind of what you're going up against and just have a little bit. With each rep I get, I feel a little bit more comfortable in this offense. So hopefully that shows this week, and there is a little element of familiarity that can be good and bad, right? But it's just about playing it one play at a time and doing the fundamentals right and taking it chip by chip and getting that rhythm so that it just becomes easier to kind of get that weight off your back. I'm excited for the opportunity.
I know you guys don't go head to head, but you guys have crossed a lot. You and Cody, I'm just curious. You know,
yeah, I've asked that question a couple of times this week. I've got great respect for Cody, what he's done in this league. We were teammates way back at the beginning and had a magical journey, and watching his journey, you know, separate but parallel in very many ways. Just always been a fan of his. I think he approaches the game the right way, and yeah, hopefully he doesn't play too well tomorrow night, but wish him best of luck after that.
On est de retour, le 3e segment du PodcAls, et un deuxième invité cette semaine, c'est le directeur général adjoint Pier-Yves Lavergne qui revient de quand de la NFL, PY?
Oui, exactement.
Parle-moi un peu de ton expérience.
Mon expérience,
là-bas.
L'expérience, c'est 14 jours sur la route, 10 camps de la NFL différents.
10 en 14 jours?
Oui. Donc,
c'est pas comme des vacances, là. On prend
non.
Okay.
Je pense qu'il faudrait dire ça à ma conjointe. Là. Que c'est pas des vacances. Mais non,
une journée typique.
Une journée typique,
ça
par
se
exemple.
passe comment?
Souvent, c'est que tu vas te lever. Tu sais que tu as un petit peu de préparation à faire. Si la pratique est à 8 heures, tu te lèves souvent autour de 5h30.
Ouais.
Tu fais ta préparation, faire sûr que ta liste de joueurs est prête, que tes notes sont prêtes. Si tu es chanceux, tu as le temps de faire un petit entraînement.
Ok, je pensais que tu allais dire sieste.
Non, un petit entraînement pour essayer de faire un petit peu d'activité physique et rester actif.
Ouais.
Après ça, si ton rendez-vous avec la personne contacte à 8 heures, habituellement, tu essaies d'arriver là une dizaine de minutes avant pour ne pas arriver en retard parce que c'est une mauvaise façon de faire des affaires. Puis,
pourquoi tu me regardes quand tu dis ça?
Parce que je vois à quelle heure que tu arrives le matin.
La journée commence pas à 10?
Non.
Ok, excuse.
Fait que donc, tu te présentes là pour autour de 8 heures. Ta personne contact te rencontre. Il t'amène voir souvent la pratique. Tu vas être à la pratique de 8h30 à 10h30. Ensuite, tu vas dans les bureaux de l'équipe. Il t'installe dans une pièce, tu as accès à des bandes vidéo de tous les entraînements des journées précédentes.
Okay.
Et puis là, tu peux être là jusqu'à 5-6 heures le soir si tu veux. Là, tu passes la journée à juste regarder des bandes vidéo et à prendre le plus de notes possible. Après ça, quand la journée se termine autour de 6 heures, ben là, tu embarques dans ton auto, puis prochain stop. Fait que des fois, il faut que tu conduises entre 2 et 4 heures, 5 heures.
Donc, tu as visité peux-tu me donner ton
Oui, dans le fond, j'ai commencé à Boston. J'ai fait les Patriots à Foxborough.
Okay.
Ensuite, les Giants, les Jets, les Eagles, les Ravens, les Commanders. Après ça, j'ai pris un vol, je suis allé en Floride, j'ai fait les Dolphins, les Buccaneers, les Jaguars. Après ça, les Falcons d'Atlanta. Puis je suis de retour à Montréal après.
OK. En 14 jours, ça en fait beaucoup.
Ouais.
Donc, vous divisez ça en 2, right? Jean-Marc Edmé.
En fait, en 3. Marcel Desjardins aussi.
OK, Marcel Desjardins sur la route aussi.
Ouais, donc, on a visité physiquement 30 et 32 équipes NFL. Et puis, à ce moment-là, on a visité une dizaine chacun. Puis, après ça, le gros du travail est à refaire aussi, là, en revenant au bureau, c'est de passer à travers les bandes vidéo des matchs pré-saison là, qui n'ont même pas débuté encore. Donc, on va se lancer là-dedans. Là.
Parce que ce qui est, le plus gros défi dans ce que vous faites à travers les camps de la NFL, c'est que tout le monde peut voir un bon joueur qui est vraiment, vraiment bon. Tout le monde peut le reconnaître dans votre monde à vous autres. Mais c'est de trouver un bon joueur qui est juste une coche en dessous de la NFL. Puis c'est ça qui est fascinant parce que c'est ça qui est vraiment... Moi, j'ai aucune expérience là-dedans, mais pour moi, ça doit être compliqué, ça.
Oui, à la base, tous les joueurs qui se rendent en NFL, ou je te dirais la grande majorité, là, qui sont dans un camp d'entraînement, ils ont un certain niveau de talent. Ils ont déjà été ce qu'on appelle vetted. Ils ont déjà été déjà pré-approuvés par la NFL, donc un certain niveau de talent. Après ça, c'est d'identifier qui pour soit des raisons économiques, des raisons d'opportunité ou des raisons de blessure, vont se ramasser à être libérés à la fin du camp. Et puis, dans le fond, hiérarchiser ces joueurs-là au sein de leur groupe, puis d'identifier lesquels qu'on pense qu'ils ont une chance éventuellement de venir jusque dans la Ligue canadienne. Puis après ça, nous, on suit leur automne, voir s'ils ne sont pas signés par d'autres équipes. Si éventuellement ils viennent à manquer d'opportunités, ben c'est à ce moment-là que nous, on rentre dans leur vie un peu. Là, puis on essaie de les recruter puis de leur vendre la CFL pour les Alouettes.
Tu peux-tu peut-être nous donner un exemple d'un joueur que tu as vu en personne à un camp d'entraînement dernièrement, là, depuis que tu es avec les Alouettes, qui fait partie de l'équipe ici?
Un excellent exemple serait par exemple Austin Mack.
Ouais.
Quand à l'époque, je faisais les 49ers de San Francisco, à l'époque, je faisais la côte ouest des États-Unis. Puis je me présente au camp, je pars travailler exactement la même routine la journée. Je passe la journée à évaluer bande vidéo. Il y avait quelques receveurs là-bas que j'avais mes yeux dessus, que je trouvais intéressant. Et puis Austin était un de ces joueurs-là. Puis une fois qu'il a été libéré à la fin du camp, il n'y a pas eu d'opportunité pendant la saison. Puis c'est pour ça qu'à rendu au mois de décembre un peu, là, j'avais eu une bonne note, une bonne évaluation sur lui. Donc j'ai contacté son agent et puis là, le processus de recrutement a été déclenché. Là.
Donc, est-ce que, tu sais, quand tu écoutes les bandes vidéo, j'imagine que tu prends des notes, mais là, tu reviens à Montréal, puis tu rentres les notes dans un système, ou est-ce que c'est une évaluation approfondie que tu fais rendu à Montréal? C'est comment
les notes que j'ai prises quand je suis sur la route, c'est une composante de mon évaluation, parce que je veux pas... c'est des entraînements. Donc, tu sais, par exemple, pour un demi-défensif, en l'entraînement, tu ne vas pas voir s'il est capable de finir ses plaqués.
Ouais.
Tu vas le voir ça en match pré-saison. Ouais. Donc, c'est une autre composante. Fait que tu regardes les matchs pré-saison aussi, tu combines les deux, tu viens avec un rapport complet, assez concis pour dire c'est quoi mon évaluation de joueur. Et puis, je lui attache une note numérique en fonction d'une échelle qu'on a. Et puis, une fois que la note numérique est attachée au joueur, je mets ça dans une base de données dont mes collègues, Jean-Marc, Danny, Marcel, tout le monde a accès à cette base de données-là. Puis, ça nous permet aussi de garder une liste à jour des joueurs qui éventuellement nous intéresseraient en fonction d'une certaine note, parce qu'il y a une note minimale que, par exemple, rendu à une certaine note, c'est pas des joueurs qui vont nous intéresser. Par exemple, sur tous les joueurs que je vais voir, il va peut-être en avoir une vingtaine que je vais aimer, mais je vais avoir vu au-dessus de 200 joueurs. Mais 20 vraiment que je vais identifier que c'est des joueurs qui pourraient vraiment nous aider. À ce moment-là, c'est une fois que c'est dans la base de données, ben, on accumule ça à travers les années aussi. Puis des fois, peut-être que j'ai vu un joueur cette année, mais Jean-Marc l'a vu l'année dernière, puis Marcel l'a 2 ans. Donc, on a 3 évaluations différentes. Puis tout ça, ça pèse dans la balance.
Dernière et la question la plus importante. Le meilleur repas que tu as mangé sur la route?
Je mentirais pas. Des fois, quand que tu passes de ville en ville, puis que tu conduis beaucoup, puis que tu es dans le pays de l'oncle Sam, c'est pas évident toujours de trouver de la bouffe santé.
J'ai pas demandé santé, j'ai demandé la meilleure.
Personnellement, j'ai de la misère à manger du junk food. Puis non, je serais pas capable de passer mes journées une après l'autre avec junk food. Fait que j'essaye d'aller avec des options santé.
OK.
J'ai mon récent coup de cœur, ça s'appelle le Cava.
Okay.
C'est de la nourriture méditerranéenne, avec des bols de salade, avec des légumes, de la protéine dedans aussi. Donc, ça serait mon coup de cœur pour 2025. Mais tu parlais d'être étourdi un peu, là. Quand tu passes d'un hôtel à l'autre, je ne mentirais pas, j'ai aucune idée c'est quoi mon numéro de chambre. Fait qu'à toutes les fois, dans mon portefeuille, j'ai ma petite pochette avec ma clé de chambre, avec le numéro. Puis à toutes les fois, il faut que je regarde c'est quoi mon numéro de chambre, parce que j'ai aucune idée. Quand tu passes d'une chambre à l'autre, d'un hôtel à l'autre, d'une ville à l'autre, d'un état à l'autre, que tu viens que tout est mélangé, là, puis on dirait que tu tombes... ta perception dans le temps est tellement raccourcie. Le plus loin que je vois, on dirait que c'est 24 heures en avance.
Ben, t'as pas le choix. C'est compliqué, tu sais, parce que tu fais... C'est quand même... Il y a beaucoup de routes, là, tu sais, c'est un 5 heures ici, 2 heures là, 3 heures là, puis... Tu sais, quand t'es en avion, c'est quand même déjà compliqué, mais en auto, c'est compliqué aussi, là, c'est encore plus compliqué.
Ben écoute, j'ose même pas imaginer, là, je suis tellement chanceux que la technologie de nos jours aussi. J'ai mon GPS dans mon auto, je m'enregistre pour les hôtels sur mon téléphone.
Parce que Marcel, quand il a commencé, là, je pense pas qu'il y avait des GPS.
Ça devait être quelque chose.
Je le vois avec les cartes. Là.
Ben oui, non, exactement. Puis même, tu sais, puis on s'entend, là, c'est pas... sa route aux États-Unis, là, ça se passe vite, ces autoroutes. Là. Faut pas que tu manques ta sortie, là. Fait que, il y a plein de défis, puis je pense que je suis dans l'âge d'or du dépistage parce que c'est pas. Ça a déjà été plus compliqué que ça.
Pas de cheat meal d'abord? Il y a pas
ici et là. Une pizza.
Pizza, c'est pas un cheat meal.
Ouais, je sais. Mais
c'est tout.
Mais tu fais une pizza par jour pendant 14 jours.
Tu veux pas exagérer parce que tu sais que ta conjointe écoute.
Non, parce que je sais que rendu en haut de 30 ans, ça se perd plus comme avant.
Ça aussi. Merci pour avoir pris le temps. Puis je sais qu'on t'a booké bien à l'avance pour cette entrevue-là. Donc, on apprécie le temps que tu as pris.
Mon plaisir.
Alright, c'est tout pour le podcast cette semaine. Si vous n'avez pas vos billets pour le match de vendredi contre les Elks, vous pouvez visiter le goalsgo.com. C'est la soirée hommage aux Expos. Andre Dawson et d'autres anciens membres des Expos vont être là. Ils vont signer des autographes à l'entrée sur Avenue du Parc de 6 à 7. Donc, soyez tôt, comme moi je le suis, à tous les jours ici au bureau. Merci beaucoup tout le monde et on se recroise la semaine prochaine.